This is the Google Home Max. Okay, as you're guessing from the description, this is the Google Home Max. This is the charcoal black version, and I picked it up because it's been recently dropped in price, 50% off, down from $399 to $199. That's not exactly 50% off, but rounded up in that kind of way, and it's a bargain at that price, I reckon. I am a big user of the Google Home Assistant, so this makes perfect sense to have, especially in my office. So we have the Smart Sound Room EQ, Media EQ and Auto Software Updates as a special feature. Control of far-field voice with mobile device and touch controls. Works with Android, iOS, Mac, Windows and Chromebook. Seamless stereo pairing with another Google Home Max. You can put it this way as well, and now this way it plays in mono, whereas that way landscape, if you like, plays in stereo. This way goes to mono, and then if you got a second one and set it somewhere else, they would then achieve stereo, but that will cost you twice as much, although you could get two for the price of one if you went by the original price. Multi-room audio, which is a big nicey. We have wireless inputs, Chromecast built in, Bluetooth 4.2, 3.5mm aux in, and that's one of the things I'm most interested to see what exactly there is around the back. So a lot of other videos kind of gloss over what we have in the back, but I'll see if we can have a proper look at it. Google inside the box is Google Home Max power cord and dual orientation base, or coaster sort of thing. Acoustically transparent fabric. That's alright, okay, fair enough. So there's two 18mm 0.7 inch tweeters. There's dual 114mm high-end excursion woofers, and then the dual orientation base. Right, so this is a big hefty piece of kit. Around the back we have supersonic in green, and then this side as well we have a bit of a hint as to what we can do. Now I'm not going to go through too much of this because you can do that on your phone, and also I have another Google Home Hub over here and I don't want to confuse things too much. It's compatible with YouTube Music, Spotify, Deezer, TuneIn, Nest, Philips Hue, Wemo, Netflix, YouTube and Google Chromecast. I don't know what Wemo is. Maybe we don't have it in this country, but there's a possibility we have. And then some links to websites and things like that for where to get support and things. Okay, so I noticed there was a little bit of a tab here that we used to pull that off. Okay, there's probably one around the other side as well, which there is. It's a nice way to open the box, to be honest. Don't even need a knife. Okay, the inside of the box is actually quite substantial. There is a cardboard basin here to keep the Home Max from getting damaged in transit, and it's quite a substantial box, to be honest. This is obviously the charcoal grey, but under this light it's got a bluish twinge to it, which is fine. I don't really care too much about it. Obviously this is the control area. This is a sticker that you can pull off, but it's on here so it can give you an idea of how to control it. It's a heavy mother. And around this side we have the coaster. This is a Google branded plate that you set down. It sticks to the Google Home Max and helps absorb some of the sounds depending on what kind of surface you were to put it on, because if you set it directly onto this wood there might be a bit of a buzz or it would affect the sound quality. This dampens the sound, no, not dampens the sound, but helps the sound reverberate a little better. Okay, elsewhere in the box we get a power cord, which is a very simple one. I've been interested to see what kind of connector this has on it, and it is a very standard fitting there with quite a nice plug, very slim line plug. nicely designed, I have to say. It's nice to have a nice plug for you to hide behind the furniture. And that's about all that's in there, aside from some brochure type things that are held inside this piece of cardboard. So the brochure type things have be safes. Let's get started. Plug it in and get the app. I thought you could open that there, but it's not. That's a coaster, really. And then get to know your home Macs. Tap to play and pause. Swipe to change the volume. Status light for factory reset button. Mic switch, vertical and horizontal, which it detects itself, so there must be some kind of accelerometer inside it. And just to start by saying this phrase. And again, the box feels pretty heavy, and it feels like there might be something else underneath this, but this doesn't pull out terribly easily. And yeah, okay, so it's all packaging, all biodegradable packaging. Okay, so the speaker, we have here a touch base here for vertical orientation. Which we're not going to do. And then we've got that. I'm going to leave that on just until I get au fait with the size at which you can use. I don't think there's anything on the top to indicate just how far you can go, but I know I'll probably end up just doing this or something like that, because I don't want to go all the way over. We have on the top is obviously this touch sensor, and then we have the two far field microphones here, like we have on, let's say, the Google Home, which are about 2 inches apart. Then the back has the physical button for turning off and on the microphone. There's an indentation here. Did I do that? No, I didn't do that. That's something else. That looks like a spillage of some description. Can you see that in the light? It's not sweat marks. It's not fingerprints or... there's a Google emblem here, and then we have that power connector here. There is a small button here, and I'd like to think it was reset, although it doesn't say. And then above that is a small LED. There's a USB Type-C connector here, and an aux in, which is fairly close together, but yeah, you know, it's stuff. There you go, you can revel in that because you don't see it terribly often. Round this side we have another two far field microphone holes. On the bottom there is nothing, and that's how it would look if it be set vertically. It is quite a size. Here's an Arcos 101XS, an old 10-inch tablet that I've resurrected because I was playing with it for speaker purposes, and that's it against it. So the screen is 10 inches here to here, to get the idea that this is a good bit bigger. There is a brave weight in this. It really is. It's super heavy. Now, this is obviously where the speakers are housed in behind, and there's a bit of plastic, flexible plastic there that's a bit more stable in the center. But I wanted to have a feel just how strong the guard is in front of the speaker. When plugged in, it's a nice snug fit from the plug here. It's well designed. It's really nicely designed. I imagine there might be another aux cable that's been sold by Google that might fit in nicely there with a rounded edge to it. But it's a nice cutout, and that's very snug the way it fits in there. The cable is around 2 meters long, just so you know. 2 meters is about 9 feet, maybe 8 or 9 feet. And we have it plugged in. We have a little orange light coming on here, and we have 4 LEDs appearing in the center of the speaker. Now we bring up our home app. And it's already found the new device.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
And we already have it here. There it is, it's found. And we're adding the Google Home Max. I did indeed hear a sign, that's what it's asking. And yes, of course I'm in. Where is this device? It's going into my office. And connect to the Wi-Fi. And we have a whole thing to run through that I've run through before because I have a number of Google Homes in the house. And it's asked me to enter my address and select what we use. So I'm currently using the YouTube Music and Google Play Music as my main music providers. I've ditched both Spotify and Deezer a long time ago actually. And my default music service is Google Play Music. Okay, I haven't seen this option before. Control your Chromecast devices. Use your voice to control your TV and speakers by linking them to your assistant. So it sees my Shield TV there, so obviously I can tell things to play on the Shield via the Chromecast and the Home Hub integration. Choose the location for your Android TV. It's in the living room. And we've got some updates to be installed on the Macs. Should take about 4 minutes. Okay, so my office speaker is now ready. Just start by saying this phrase. And we can ask it to do loads of stuff, get answers, get stuff done, tell us a joke and things like that. And we'll finish the setup. Play the Tech Addicts podcast.
Okay, I'll continue playing the Tech Addicts podcast, the 27th of January 2019 from Paris with Honor.
That's all I saw on my quick flyby. Otherwise I wouldn't even know that I was actually in Paris. Went to the event, presentation event, a lot of people there. I would say a good
Okay, so it's pretty loud at the moment,
there.
and I've taken it up to 62%.
Obviously,
I wouldn't like to think how loud it's going to get, but I'm going to go. I want to have a listen to see how well this sounds. This is Tech Addicts. This week, Ricky reports back from Paris about the Honor event. Jay tells us about a CD player, and we look at some of the problems hardware manufacturers have had over the years. Hello. Okay, so initial impressions are that this is pretty fantastic. There is a good amount of bass coming out of that. I keep the opening music to a very high quality so that I can test things like this without a copyright strike against me. This is really quite impressive from a sound point of view. It's really pumping out some really nice bass, and it's hitting those hi-hats and all those sorts of things. It's getting it quite nice. I'm going to go away and test it with other forms of music, and indeed one of my thoughts is actually trying to use this as a bit of a soundbar on a television to see how that works. I'd like to be able to watch a TV program and the sound come out of this instead of the TV. That would be one of my ultimate goals with this, because I think it's a big enough speaker, it should be able to handle that, and I'm interested to see how well it does and if indeed it's possible. So I'm going to go and set this up. If you have anything you want me to test in particular, let me know in the comments box down below. Hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. Remember to tune in to the Tech Addicts podcast because we're hitting episode number 300 in the next week. And as always, take care.